Hey guys, it's Steph from Hot and Moving, and the end of the Damian Lillard era is unfortunate in Milwaukee. All right, he gets waived, and wish him a speedy recovery. It's unfortunate we never got to really see the true peak of this team fully. But I mean, for me, the peak I was seeing was when Adrian Griffin was a coach 2 seasons ago, and he got fired when they were like 30 and 12, 13, or 15, something like that, right? Great record, but I guess Giannis players weren't happy with him. I thought I would have been curious to see how the team would have fared if he was being able to coach the rest of the season, right? But nonetheless, it has been bad ever since. Early playoff exits, and this team, the Bucks tried to get Giannis some help. They got it. Still didn't work out. Got Kyle Kuzma. Not good. Okay. Now the Bucks got Myles Turner, and that was rather interesting. But they didn't want to pay Myles Turner. He was going to be in that. The Pacers did not want to be in that luxury tax. Okay. All right. So he gets to get a 4-year, $107 million deal to be with the Bucks. Rather interesting. Myles Turner, playoffs, he was okay. NBA Finals, he did good defensively at times. He did okay, especially against Chet. However, his offensive output was damn near non-existent. And he takes a lot of threes because the Bucks aren't. Brook Lopez left. I think he went to the Clippers. I'm not sure. But Brook Lopez left. Okay, so can Myles Turner kind of fill in that role? Sure, he could play a lot better because Giannis can dominate the interior. And if he wants to, be on the outside shooting threes, he got to get better at that. But yeah, and speaking of Giannis, okay, I respect the Bucks for at least, not just sitting around. Okay, they re-signed Gary Trent. He played pretty well for them. Okay, Bobby Portis, Kyle Kuzma, Giannis, now Myles Turner. That's really not a bad team. And they may still have some more moves to make. But that's not a bad team for the kind of East that we're about to have next season. Okay, it is, and look, Giannis was happy. He tweeted his mood. And I think he's gonna stay. And I thought that too. I was like, look, considering how everything's shaped up, Giannis, I was like, yo, might as well stay right on the season before you have to ask for a trade. And he never asked for a trade, but he was frustrated. And he said that, they were saying that Giannis is paying attention, his team is paying attention, his camp is paying attention to what the Bucks are doing. And I think the Bucks played this very well. Because look, yeah, if you have a player like Giannis on your team, and if he doesn't ask for a trade, and he wants to stay and play, then you let him stay and play. You know what I'm saying? I get it. The whole talk was how much could they get for Giannis? How much could the Spurs give to get Giannis, or the Rockets, whatever it is, right? And I think that this move confirms that he is definitely going to suit up and play. Now, I'm not saying the trade is still not him wanting to be out. It depends how next season starts, or how next season finishes. But for the time being, the Bucks, I say, hey, Giannis didn't make a fuss about. There was zero drama with Giannis saying that he wanted out or whatever. Okay, Giannis has kept it cool. The Bucks have kept it cool. The Bucks continue to just work, see how they can improve the roster despite Dame getting injured. Okay, they got rid of that. They waived him. I got to figure out how the mechanisms work on that being waived, if there's any money being owed, or it's just a simple waive and that's it. I don't know how it affects the cap. Not really sure. But either way, good. I like the Bucks. I think Giannis is the best player in the Eastern Conference, and could he have a LeBron-like Eastern Conference season next year when LeBron was dominating the East? And being I'm not gonna say it was a one-man show. I mean, he had a lot of help obviously on his team, but could he do that for the Bucks for one season in a weaker East? Right? Could he? No Tatum. Okay. No Halliburton. Okay. Who's your real opposition? The not Philadelphia. I'll get to them in a second. The New York Knicks. Okay, but they gotta get a coach, and that coach has to come in there and build the system. And it's taking a long time for them, right? They're hearing Mike Brown. If they hire Mike Brown, I heard he's getting another interview. Yikes. Okay, I know Mike Brown's a good coach. Not banking on that. Orlando Magic. That's another team. Could that be the other? Could be next year's Indiana Pacers type team, right? Atlanta Hawks. People are high on Atlanta. People are very high on Atlanta. The moves they've made, but that's still. I still don't think that's another getting Giannis' way, right? And I think too the way and it's a good pickup for getting Myles Turner for the Bucks. But for me with Giannis, right? I feel like this might be some unfinished business for him, man. I think him staying is a good thing, right? It's like, I know I'm not putting all their exits on Giannis, not at all, not. But I think for him, could you give the Bucks one more good season and one more good postseason before you truly leave, right? Could you get to Eastern Conference Finals? You know what I'm saying? Could you do that? And if it ends and you don't go to the finals, hell of a run, right? It's been a while since I've seen the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think Giannis is the type of player that can get them there. So he's happy, his mood's happy, so good for them. And unfortunate for Dame. And Myles Turner, very interesting team to go to, but they got the money to pay him, and it's over in Indiana. All right, for the time being. Indiana, gap year. Boston Celtics, gap year. You got to go get your money, and you're going to be on a competitive team with championship aspirations, or at least get into the conference finals aspirations in a weak-ass East. Y'all know what y'all think about this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.